box with the hubby, and I've dragged him out to collect some very precious cargo.
Again.
She's coming home, guys. She's coming home.
Hi, hello. So, yeah, big explanation needed. Probably the title of the video will give it away, but I have a new horse. Do I have a new horse? I wanted to do a little bit of an explanation. So, going back to probably October, November-ish, I really started to struggle with my coccyx injury and just riding in general. I was really struggling with my own health. There was just days that I literally wouldn't be able to get out of bed. So P was just totally put on the back burner, and I just convinced myself that it wasn't fair on her and that she needed to be sold. So, you know, I told myself I couldn't get a saddle made to measure for her, which is kind of what I need, because she is a 16.5 inch on her back and I need a 17, especially with the coccyx injury. And I just didn't have the money for that, and I didn't want to necessarily use other money for that, because, you know, my family still needs money and everything just seems to be going on the horses at the moment. So yeah, I convinced myself, you know, you can't do anything with her without the right saddle. And obviously I had the little confidence blip over the summer with the jumping. And then she had a little bit of weight loss when she was out in the field, which is where I needed her to be at the time. And just a load of other things. And I just totally convinced myself. And I mean, you have seen, if you've been watching my channel for a while, I've sent her to sales livery 3 times before she actually went, and kept bringing her home. So it just, you know, I should have realised then that I wasn't meant to sell this horse and she was the horse for me. But I then obviously sold her, convinced myself that I've always wanted a Welshie, which I have, and convinced myself that it would be a good thing to get a Welshie, because the Welshie would live out easier, and I purposely got like a rising 3-year-old so that I didn't have to feel guilty about not riding it while I was ill, and knowing that I had a few operations coming up this year, I just convinced myself that was the right thing to do. So naturally I bought Elsie super quick. Literally, I think there was only a day apart from where I had no horse. I made sure that Elsie came super quick so that I didn't pine over pay and regret my decision. And it worked for a while, you know. I managed to play with Elsie for a bit, but when Elsie came, again, you guys probably know if you've already been watching, but I panicked when I saw how small she was. Yeah, so I start to realise that I needed to find something that I could ride. And although in my head I was saying I was pretty much done with thoroughbreds, I wanted something that was easier to keep, more hardy, more, you know, more to them. I went out and tried a lovely horse, as you will have seen on my channel, Scatty. He was lovely, and he came home on loan with me, and he went back within a week, sadly, because when I had the physio for him, he was just sore in so many places. There had to be something going on, and this was the reason I had said I wanted to give up thoroughbreds. But yeah, he was on loan view to buy, and obviously I'm not going to buy into something that already had so many problems that I know about now. There was already other problems I was told about, which I was willing to work with. But yeah, the list just went on when it came to it. But update on Scotty, apparently all is fine. He's had some checks done, and then he ended up getting sold to someone else who does endurance, so he's off enjoying a load of long rides now. But heading back to me, obviously that left me heading into that predicament of having no horse again. I did still have Elsie, but she was up for sale. I knew she was going to be too small for me, so she needed to be sold. As much as I didn't want to sell her, because she was the cheekiest, lovely, sassiest little mare, the character on her was just, I just loved her to bits. So I convinced myself, you know, maybe if I could lose some weight and thingies, even if I'm just riding her temporarily, you know, in a year or so, she may grow into her size, whatever. But it didn't help for the now, because my coccyx injury had eased. I was missing the riding straight away. I knew I could ride, so I wanted to be riding. Then obviously going forward, I literally went home. Scotty was returning home on the Saturday, and Bertie arrived on the Sunday. So on the Friday night, I found Bertie. Just randomly, he just popped up. He seemed to be everything that I was looking for, that I'd convinced myself that I was looking for. And yeah, so we bought Bertie unseen, and he's been absolutely lovely. He probably is everything that I want him to be, but my heart just isn't in it anymore. And I realised that I was just trying to replace P with Bertie, getting a thoroughbred. I thought I was being safe by getting something that was unbacked, so that I knew it didn't have any problems from being ridden early and stuff like that. But on a whole, I was still just trying to replace my pretty little thoroughbred that, yeah, I was missing so much every day. Her new owners were messaging me frequently and always offering for me to go and see her, and letting us know how amazing she was, and that obviously they were besotted with her. And who wouldn't be? It's P. But I refused to go and see her because I didn't didn't add her on as a friend neither. She sent me a request, and I didn't add it because I just didn't want to see someone else doing what I wanted to do with P, or just generally in any way. So yeah, it was really hard getting those messages come through and like that. And I just said to Dan one day, I'm done. I maybe get something on part loan, but I'm not buying another horse anytime soon. I'm going to send Bertie on sales livery. Bertie, we got backed in walk and trot, and we moved yards, and he got caught on a fence, so he had a big cut on his leg, so he had a break there. I did start to bring him back into work a little bit, but I just felt my confidence wasn't there on the new yard. There was just so much for him to look at, and I just felt like he was always looking elsewhere than listening to me, and it just wasn't a nice feeling for me, because I was always by myself up in the middle of nowhere, working with this backed horse that's only just been backed in a handful of rides. And it just, yeah, my heart just wasn't in it. It just wasn't. So on Sunday, he went for sales livery, and hopefully he'll sell soon to a lovely family. But yeah, I came home, I packed up all my stuff, I took pictures of everything, popped everything up for sale, and just basically went to wind down to all the nitty gritty. And yeah, I said to my hubby, I'm going to sell him, have a break. Maybe I'll get something to like part loan over the summer if I can find something that suits. But I'm really funny. I don't really like sharing because I don't like anybody doing something wrong with horse, like trotting too much on hard ground, or jumping too much and stuff. I'm so finicky because everybody just said to me, just part loan Bertie out, because there's also like time and money as well. It was just all playing up on me at the time. So yeah, it's been a bit all over, and I literally was just losing my mind, going round and round in circles, saying that I was selling him, I'm selling her, selling him. Elsie had sold just after badminton week she went. So I think the minute that she went, I started to really bond with Bertie more, but I just felt so switched off when it came to horses. Yeah, I don't know if it was the injury, just, stopping things, reminding us how sensitive thoroughbreds can be, and told myself that I wasn't going to get another thoroughbred, and was like, yeah, I'm just going round in circles. So he was going to be leaving to go away and be turned away for however long, because one of my operations has come up for my carpal tunnel. I am actually going to try and change it because I just realised it's smack bam at the start of the kids' holidays next month, so hopefully that'll get changed. If not, it shouldn't be too long that I'm out of action. I'm only just going to get the one done at this point. I was going to get both done, but I'm not having as many problems with my right hand anymore, so I'm just going to get the left one done, and hopefully all will be good, and I'll be back riding as soon as possible. But yeah, let's head over to the bit that you guys are probably all waiting for, and meeting my new horse. I'm at home at the moment, and my new horse hasn't actually arrived yet, but it's on the horizon, just waiting for a strangles test to come back so I can move to the yard that I want to go to. But yeah, my lovely little horse is a horse that you guys already know, because P's coming home. P's coming home. Yeah, I'm still absolutely like gobsmacked. I never thought I would get her back, and yeah, what a 360 it's been this week. So like I said, Bertie went sales livery on Sunday. I had Monday horseless, and I think I messaged the owners asking how she was doing, and just said, look, I'm horseless now. If you guys ever did sell her, please can I have first refusal? And I got a message back saying actually she's away schooling with a friend at the moment, because we feel she's actually just too much horse for us at the moment. And she said I'll have a think about selling, or whether it's just this. Obviously we love her to bits and we're not really wanting to sell her, but she is too much horse for the rider. And yeah, the next day I got a message saying, yeah, you can buy her back. So yeah, P's coming home. She's still with their friend out schooling at the moment. She had her on a pleasure ride the other day. I'm just literally waiting for all the organisation of a strangles test for her, and then as soon as that's back, she can come straight home. But I'm going to go and visit her this weekend, so yeah, I'm over the moon. But I probably not put any footage in until she's home. But I'm just doing this update while it's all fresh and new and everything like that. But yeah, my princess is coming home, and she's not going anywhere. I'm not buying another horse ever again, unless I win the lottery and I can afford more than one. P is my one and only, and I'm just so happy to be getting her back. And yeah, just coming home. Oh, darling, I know there's not a lot of shavings. You're not here for long. Oh. You just sneaked up on me. Chicky chops. Chicky chops. You know I'm talking Alexi. Hello, princess.